My dad got me pregnant. I'm gonna press.
Baby daddy's sister mad because I told the internet how that bitch is going to prison.
So did y'all hear the story about the white woman that got pregnant by the black man that was in prison?
Quick little story time on how my ex baby mama tormented me for years and tried to unalive me in the club.
Welcome back to another video. Today we're diving into a shocking story about a father who does the unthinkable, plus more stories you won't believe. If you enjoy the content, please show your support by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. It really helps more than you know. Now sit back and enjoy the video.
My dad got me pregnant. I'm going to preface for anybody that's new here, this is not my story. This is just a summary of a story that I watched last night on YouTube on the channel Other People's Lives. And I also want to say this. I only was able to watch this once. I watched it once. I turned it off. I went to bed. Okay. If you want the full, detailed version, please go to YouTube, go to the channel Other People's Lives and watch it there. I was not able to try and watch it twice so I could really soak in everything. I feel like I retained what was important and I moved on. I also want to say that if you are somebody that's going to get in my comment section and you're going to complain that I am doing my makeup and telling this story, you picked the wrong comment section. Okay, I don't care. There's no reason why you should be offended over that. I know that all of a sudden we're getting offended over stuff like that now. But I'm getting ready for work and it would be no different than if I heard this story last night and then FaceTimed my best friends and told them about it as I was getting ready for work because it's the only time of the day that I have. Okay, so let's get started. So our caller starts off with how all of this started, how, everything with her father kind of unfolded. So she started with her, being a young age, and it was small things that now as an adult she's noticing wasn't small at all. Like being a young child and her father playing porn on the TV out in the open. I can't remember if she said that her siblings were also in the room or in the area when he was doing that, but she definitely said that she was. And at times she would even be sitting on the couch and he is just outright playing porn on the TV. All right. So first of all, that's weird. I've noticed in a lot of cases that when it is a parent on child, which it's disgusting to say out loud, a lot of the times that's how it starts, is it will start with showing the child, the victim, pornography, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to desensitize children to sex, to sexual acts. So then when they try to, do the same things, the kid may not think that it's wrong, or it may not register in that child's brain that something is not right with what is happening to me. What's worse is her mother knew that he was doing this, knew that he was watching porn out in the open with his child watching it too. And she didn't really do anything about it. So it escalated to her dad asking her to massage his shoulders and then massage his legs. And then it obviously evolved into her massaging areas that no child should be touching on an adult, period. Then as these situations progress, which they normally do, her dad ended up calling her into the kitchen one night and it was just those two. They were alone and he sat her on the counter and there was Vaseline next to her, and you can put the pieces together there of what happened in that situation. Once her dad was fully comfortable molesting her and he was aware that she was not going to say anything, because he would basically threaten her by telling her, you can tell somebody, but if you do, then none of the bills are going to get paid. You and your siblings are going to go into foster care, and your mom's going to be homeless because she doesn't pay any bills. I pay all the bills. So of course he scared her into not saying anything, because she specifically said, she doesn't want her mom to be homeless. She doesn't want her siblings to be, put in foster care. She didn't want everybody to be upset with her. So as he got more comfortable, this became what she said, a once a week occurrence. And he started sneaking into her bedroom, saying that, he's going to tuck her in, put her to bed, whatever. And it would always start with him getting into her bed late at night, porn playing on his phone, and he would tell her, this is what I want you to do to me. And he did that to her at least once a week. And she said that the only time that she ever got a break was when he would go back to Africa for a couple of months. She said then she would get maybe at most 6 months worth of a break from that. And then once he came home, it would start all over again. You're not going to convince me that her mother did not know. Even she made a couple comments that she, again, now as an adult, that she's sitting and remembering back of that time, that her mom did know. There's no way that she didn't. Mother's intuition is a very strong thing. And this is what I say about almost all of the cases that I watch with molestation, is if there is a mother in that home, you're not going to convince me that they don't know, that these mothers don't know that all of a sudden the man that they've been married to for however long is all of a sudden acting strange. Their child is acting strange. They're showing favoritism towards one child, so on and so forth. So you're not going to convince me that her mom didn't know. And just like last night, I might have to get up a couple times because I got so heated listening to this story and just knowing that there was another parent in the household that more than likely knew and didn't say anything because she wanted the bills to get paid. Her dad was the breadwinner. I believe that's what she said. And after years of dealing with this abuse, she ran away. She said that one day she just had had enough. She blocked her family and ran away. And the same night that she ran away was the same night that she went to a party with her boyfriend and her friends, and she got drunk and spilled everything. She told them everything that was going on. So of course, the second that she did that was the second that the police got called. The police immediately start investigating, and in cases like this, once they start an investigation where there is molestation or anything like that involved with somebody in the household, they tell that person that they cannot be in the household until the investigation is finished. So they told her dad that he has to find somewhere else to go. He cannot be physically in that house. But where the dad found a loophole was that they said he couldn't be in the house. They didn't say that he couldn't park his car at the end of the driveway every single day and just watch and surveil. So the whole time that the caller is supposed to be feeling safe, like something is going to happen, like this is going to stop, she's having to deal with the fact that her dad is still parked right outside the house at the end of the driveway, watching everything. She also mentioned that, and this is going to piss me off even worse. She mentioned that pretty much the whole time this investigation was originally going on, like the first time that dad was being investigated, it was like her mother was punishing her. And it was almost like she was blaming her for it because she was tearing up the family. Like, that is what her mom was treating her like. That is the things that her mom was saying to her. And one thing that I can't remember from listening to this is I cannot remember if her mother ever explicitly said that she was lying. She just told her that she's ruining the family. The caller also stated that she had to watch as her mom and her siblings went outside every day, walked out to her dad's car, and basically, had a full powwow. Like, nothing was happening. They all walked out to his car and they would talk to him for like an hour or hours, just like kiki, haha, like nothing was actually happening. They were updating him about how their days went. It would be no different than if they walked in and sat at the dinner table with him and were talking with him. And she had to watch that. After everything that had come out, she had to watch them do that with the perpetrator, with the person that had traumatized her for so long. And then her father did go to jail. He was arrested, right? She said that the only family members that actually told her that they believed her and they supported her bailed him out of jail. So now let's talk about her becoming pregnant with her father's baby. She obviously knew that there was something going on in her body. If that is one thing that women are good with, is just discernment and when there is something not normal going on inside of their bodies, right? So I say that because not only did she, the caller, kind of recognize that there was something weird going on in her body, but her mother also was kind of starting to assume that she was pregnant. Again, I am so glad that they keep these people confidential because I want to know. I want to know who that mom is so bad, and I am keeping the things that I want to say to myself. But her mom kind of started understanding that her daughter was pregnant, and there's a 90% chance that it is her husband that got their daughter pregnant. And the caller got a DNA test because it was two options. It's either her boyfriend or her dad. And come to find out, the baby has her dad's DNA. That is her dad's baby. And then the police got involved again, and the dad was arrested again. Throughout all this, the caller had her baby and immediately put the baby up for a closed adoption. And I think that that was 100% the right thing to do, because she does not need to relive that trauma every day, and that baby needs to grow up not being exposed to how it was made. And again, I just think that she did the right thing. Her dad, mind you, escaped jail and ran off to Africa. He went to Africa, which she said, really, she had already kind of removed him from her life mentally, no matter what, right? But she found out that he had escaped and went to Africa because his PO or his CO called her to inform her of that. And she started receiving photos from her siblings in Africa, because she has siblings in Africa as well. They were sending her photos of them with her dad. And I want to go ahead and say this because she also said this. She does not believe that her siblings in Africa knew about this. I highly doubt that her dad went to Africa with his other kids and other family and let them know, like, hey, I just escaped prison, and it's because I molested your sister back in America, and now I'm here. Hello. Like, I don't think that he said that. I think that her siblings were just sending her photos, almost like, it was just letting her know, like, hey, dad's here, and they had no idea that they were re-traumatizing her over and over, and she did not tell them that because she was trying to move on. And that is one thing that I want to say, because now I'm just going to kind of like give my thoughts, really. The caller, the person, the victim, she is one of the strongest people I have ever known. And I don't know her, but it's the fact that she is telling this story. She is not stuttering. She is not, her voice isn't even breaking. She is saying this story like, this happened to me. This was the outcome, and I moved on. And what really broke my heart is that I cannot remember when this video was posted, but I know when this video was posted, she was 22 years old telling this story. And my youngest sister is 22. And I know, and I'm not trying to make this about myself, but I know that when I was raped by somebody, and then some people that I trusted, and I didn't even know them that well. I just was naive, and I trusted people that I shouldn't have. That does not excuse what happened to me, but I'm just saying, I could not imagine, because it took me years to get over that PTSD. It took me years to not wake up in the middle of the night with sweats and crying and, being afraid that I was going to run into those people everywhere that I went. I could not imagine me being a victim to my own father and trying to move on from that. She is one of the strongest people that I know, and anybody that goes through this type of scenario, because unfortunately this is not an uncommon thing to happen. They are the strongest people that I know, and I don't know them, but you know what I mean. And the caller, I truly hope that she is getting the absolute best out of life. I hope that she is, able to cope well, and that she is, moving on. I know that that's going to be so hard to move on from, and she probably never will be able to move on from that. But I really do hope that she is just living the best life, and she's getting the best that life could possibly offer her. And I do hope the same for that baby, that that child never figures out how it was made. And, it's living a normal life away from all of this chaos, just like the caller. And that mother is disgusting. I really think for some reason the mother not standing up for her child is really what made me the most angry. And I don't care if you think that that's not the thing that I should be the most angry over. It is, because as a mother, you should protect your child at all costs. Even if he was threatening your life, if you were to go tell the police, my life is on the line then. I'm going to give up my life for my child. I don't even have children, but I know that when it comes to their life or mine, it will be theirs every single time. I will always choose my children over me and their safety over mine. Period. So the fact that her mother didn't do that, she belongs 6 feet under the jail. There's a lot worse things that I want to say, but I'm trying really hard not to. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope that you guys have a great day. And of course, I want to know what you think about this story in the comments. Again, if you want to watch the full story, go to Other People's Lives on YouTube and watch it there. And I love you. Bye.
Baby daddy's sister mad because I told the internet how that bitch is going to prison. Listen here, motherfucker. We don't care. She in my inbox talking about some, all you do is lie. You got 4 baby daddies. Bitch, first of all, I ain't got 4 baby daddies. I got 2. And your brother, one of them. The brother who was fucking his best friend and his wife. And then when Stan died, he said fuck Stan that same motherfucking night and was with Stan's wife. And I know that because Travis told me. Because Travis was there when Stan motherfucking unalived himself in that lake. And that's what that bitch get. That bitch should have been dead. Yeah. Because let's tell the internet how Stan and Taz was fucking. Let's talk about that. Okay? Let's talk about how you don't take care of your motherfucking kids. Well, they grown now. Barely because your mama took care of them because your dumb ass didn't. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how y'all had the motherfucking bed bugs in that house over there on Jackson Street. Let's talk about that. Baby, you can't compete what you can't compare. Bitch, you look like a fucking crackhead, hoe. How many baby daddies you got? And let's talk about how Monty ain't even your fucking daddy. Let's talk about that. How this nigga is not your motherfucking daddy, you bald head bitch. I remember when my brother seen this hoe, I tried to hook my brother up with this hoe. My brother looked that bitch in her face in front of her kids, y'all. My brother said, that bitch ugly. Like, bitch, how your brother prettier than you? How that happen? Get out of here, girl.
Hey, look, before we go in this store, I'm gonna get you whatever you want, but I just got my taxes. And I'm just letting you know that. I said I just got my taxes back.
When you file your taxes?
I've been filed my taxes, and I filed all 3 of the kids.
All 3 of who kids?
Your kids.
Why would you file my kids? You're not even able to file my kids. You're not their father.
I take care of them.
Yeah.
I'm the one to get them to school, from school, feed them.
What does that have to do with you filing my kids?
I take care of them. Abby, like you work in the hospital. You don't have the time for that. I tend to them. I take care of them. You they mama, but I take care of them.
That ain't got shit to do with
look,
you file.
Look,
Hold on. Do you know that that's a crime for you to file somebody's children?
I'm gonna give you $1,900 out of it, and you can do what you want to do. We about to go in this store and get
No,
a
I
few
don't want
things.
no $1,900. That's no. You get $1,900 for more than $1,900 for one child.
I understand it, but what you expect? I take care of them. You work in the hospital.
Okay.
12-hour shifts.
And I take care of them too.
You never home, and when you is home, you sleep. What are you talking about?
See, this ain't,
I've been taking care of them for the last year straight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right. Where did you file at? Cause you getting audited today.
How am I get? I mean, I already got the money. What, they gonna audit me?
Yeah, they are gonna audit you, and you're gonna give me my money back.
Give you the money for what? Okay, what do
Like,
what do
this
you
is
expect?
crazy. I never heard of somebody filing somebody else's children.
What do you
All
ex-
3 of my kids.
I take care of them.
Yeah, see, this ain't gonna work. I knew it wasn't gonna work. I should have left you. Too many red flags.
What's the issue?
Because why would you go down to how did you get my kid's social security number?
I take care of them. They're my kids.
How you get their social?
I take care of them. They're my kids.
Okay, I'm asking you a question. Where did you get their social? Out of my drawer? With my paperwork?
Yeah, that's
With
where
their
it's
birth
supposed to
certificate?
be
Why
at.
didn't you ask me first?
Ask you for what? I take care of the kids. That's like me asking you, can I take care
You
of them?
keep saying over and over that you take care of the kids. You're supposed to take care of the kids. You're at home.
Okay, so
I'm
why
at
would I
work.
have to ask you for my kids' social security for me to file them on my taxes?
They're not your
to get the money?
kids.
So why I'm taking care of them?
Because you're there. Yeah, this ain't gonna work, yo.
And no, clearly
Nah,
it
this
ain't gonna
ain't
work,
gonna
but
work.
I got 19 if you want to give me all
Nah,
of it.
I want to
you
get.
what you
No,
gotta
you
do.
gonna give me all that tax money.
Nah,
Because you won't get nothing if you didn't
file
file all three of my damn kids.
Who else was gonna file them?
Me. I'm the one that's working.
Oh, well, you should have been
You ain't
did
even
it.
have a W-2. Yeah, your ass getting audited.
Man, my peoples did the tax.
Quick little story time on how my ex baby mama tormented me for years and tried to unalive me in the club. Okay, boom. So I just graduated high school or whatever, and I'm ready to be grown. Like, yeah, you can't tell me nothing. I'm out every weekend with the girls. You know, I'm outside, and I meet this fine young thing. Okay, well, I ain't gonna say young. We was the same age, but he was chocolate. You know, just like how I like him, and we hit it off. I mean, we with each other every single day since we seen each other at the club. Like, honey, this is my man at this point. And, you know, everybody in the background, they telling me, go girl, he a hoe, he going. But I ain't caring about what they saying because I see this man every single day. I'm with him all the time. If we're not together, we're on the phone. Like, y'all can't tell me nothing. Like, this is my man. Okay, boom. So we about 5-6 months into, you know, our little relationship or whatever. And I'm coming to his aunt's house, because that's where he living at. He living with his aunt. And, you know, we get to doing grown-up stuff in the house or whatever, in his room. And his aunt's best friend walked in on us and, like, stood at the doorway and then kind of walked away and shut the door. And I'm like, oh, what the word? That's weird. Like, why would your aunt's best friend come in here like that? So we kind of played it down or whatever. It was just weird, but we just went on or whatever. Okay, so I would say like a couple days later, I go to his aunt's house, and when I leave out in the morning, I see my tire flat. And I'm like, damn, you know, I'm like, okay, I ain't even tripping. So I get my tire fixed, whatever. You know, they don't slow down nothing. Next day, same routine. I'm going to his house every night, like I said. That's my man. And so, like, his aunt and her friend used to always be in the front room or whatever. We in the back, you know, chilling, talking or whatever. And so, you know, days go by. I go outside. 2 tires flat. I'm like, hold up now. Something is not right. So now I'm talking to him about it. I'm like, dang, my tire keep going flat outside. Like, I don't know what's going on. So he ain't said nothing. You know, we don't think it's suspicious. We just think, you know, it's just common or whatever. So a couple days later, I get a call at night when I'm sleeping at his house. My grandma called my phone and she like, the police just called me and said, you know, something wrong with your car. You know, they must have ran my tag and called my grandmother, whatever. So I goes outside, y'all. Tell me why my car has been egged. I'm talking about egged down bad, like egg something serious. I'm like, hold up now. And now I know something is going on now. So I'm like, yeah, nigga, you need to get to talking. What's going on? He still act like he have no clue. Quick little story time on how my ex baby mama tormented me for years and tried to unalive me in the club. So at this point, I know somebody is fucking with me because first my tires getting flat and now my car has been egged. And I'm not talking about no normal egg. Like, this hoe went and got 2 dozen of eggs just for little old me. Like, dang, I mean, hate my guts, right? At this point, I know I got to go check him because I ain't had no weird shit like this happen until I start dealing with you. So what's going on, sir? So I go to his aunt's house, and before I can even get to him, his grandmother put me to the side. Love her down bad. Rest your beautiful soul, Meg. I loved her ever since this day. She came up to me and she kept it real. She was just like, listen here, my grandson love you to death. And he been scared to tell you that it's a girl who says she's pregnant by him, but he don't know if the baby is his, so he's been scared to tell you. That's who he think is messing with your car. I literally just turned 18. Baby mama drama? Like, I'm thinking this is gonna be my knight in shining armor. Like, this is gonna be my husband and he got a baby on the way? What? Come to find out, the woman that's claiming to be pregnant by him is the aunt's friend. So now it's all coming together. That's why she came in the room on us but didn't say nothing. So she think I done took her man. You see me and this man come in here every day. And nobody thought to, run it past me that you might be pregnant by this man? That y'all had any dealings? Like, what? This is blowing my mind. My first initial thought was, how old is this woman? Like, she gotta be at least 30. Now, you would think this would be enough for a woman to be like, I'm done with this. I'm not even finna put myself into this. Nope, not me, honey. Young, dumb, and in love, honey. She gonna have to come harder than that. So, yeah, I kept dealing with him, and I end up pregnant. Now he both our baby daddy.
I just want to hug her. Being violated by your own father is devastating. But discovering that someone else in your family knew and chose to protect him anyway, that's a different kind of wound entirely. That's the moment you realize the people who were supposed to keep you safe were never really on your side. You lose every sense of trust, every sense of home. I could barely listen to this story, so I can't even begin to imagine what she lived through. And as disgusting as the father is, it was the mother for me. Because predators are calculated. They manipulate, they threaten, they build cages around their victims, using the victim's own love against them. We know that. But the mother? She was right there. She saw that inappropriate content being played openly around her child. She felt the shift in her home. She knew her daughter was pregnant. And somewhere deep down, she knew whose baby it probably was. She still chose the bills. She still chose to look away. That's the part I can't shake. Sometimes the person who doesn't act is just as dangerous as the person committing the harm. That threat the father used, nobody's going to get paid. Your siblings end up in foster care. Your mom ends up homeless. That wasn't just manipulation. That was a calculated cage built specifically around her love for her family. She wasn't staying silent to protect herself. She was staying silent to protect everyone else. He took the most beautiful thing about her, her loyalty, and weaponized it. That is genuinely one of the cruelest things I've ever heard. The running away moment hit different too. She didn't have a plan. She didn't map out some big escape. She just hit a wall one day and left. And then that same night, surrounded by safety and people who weren't a threat, it all came out. That's what safety does. It unlocks things your body has been holding for years. You don't realize how much you've been carrying until you're finally somewhere you can put it down. And then he's parked at the end of the driveway. Every single day. After being told to leave. That's not a man who thinks he did something wrong. That's a man who genuinely believes he still has the right to watch and control. And when the system found a loophole that let him stay, that's exactly how people get failed. Technically doing the job while completely missing the point. The siblings walking outside to chat with him like it was a normal family gathering while she watched from inside. I had to sit with that for a moment. There is no word for that kind of betrayal. None. On the tax situation, I understand where that man was coming from, but that conversation needed to happen before anything was filed. You chose to be with a woman who has 3 kids. You stepped up. That gives you a role, but it doesn't give you the right to make financial decisions involving those children without a family conversation first. Filing all 3 of them without talking to anyone? That's where everything went sideways, and it didn't have to. On the car situation, one flat tire could be anything. 2 flat tires? Suspicious. 2 dozen eggs on her car? That's not a coincidence. That's someone sending a crystal clear message. And he just stood there, acting confused. He knew. He absolutely knew. The fact that he never once said, "I think I know who might be doing this," tells you everything about his character. He had multiple chances to be honest with her, and every single time, he chose his own comfort instead. That's who he was showing her he was. She just wasn't ready to see it yet. The friend walking in and just leaving. That scene stays with me. She knew. The aunt probably knew too. And they all let that girl walk into that situation every single day without a word. A whole circle of people chose silence, and that silence had a cost. But then, the grandmother. The grandmother is the real hero of this entire story. She didn't have to say anything. She could have kept the peace, stayed out of it, protected herself. Instead, she pulled that girl aside and told her the truth plainly, quietly, and with love. No drama, just honesty. Those people are rare. When you find someone in your life who will actually tell you the truth with care and not cruelty, hold on to them with everything you have.
So I'm going to try to speed this story time up. If you know me, then you already know. So you can hit the times 2 button. But let's hop right into it. So my name is Key. I was married to X. And we have some children. And we owned a car lot. We went through a divorce. Very messy. He got my cousin pregnant, my ex-best friend, and the nanny at the time. Side note, she's not my nanny no more. I do have a new nanny. Now, I have custody of 2 of the 3 children, which is not the nanny baby. She has her baby. But my ex-best friend and my cousin, I do have custody of both of their kids. Let me give y'all that quick rundown. So my cousin moved to Pittsburgh with a whole new man that she met. And she left the baby with me. And yeah, so Jada got 20-something years. She won't be out no time soon. So I have her baby, which they both had kids with my ex-husband. Keep up. My cousin and my ex-best friend. Okay. So, let's just keep the story going. I've been holding shit down. He's at FCI El Reno. He's in the feds. I did purchase him a phone. And long story short, I sent some news to the phone per usual. But the celly messaged me back. And the celly was like, let me tell you what he been doing. So the celly sent me all the screenshots. Shout out to the celly. Yeah, but he sent me screenshots of him talking to so many different women, whacking out to so many different women. So many. I mean, so many. And for me to be giving you so much money, if another bitch can do it, then please do it. But I know it's impossible. I'm a rare type of bitch, but let's stick to the story. So boom, the celly sent me so many screenshots. I mean, it's over 55 screenshots of videos, pictures, screenshots of different messages. And so, long story short, me and the celly end up talking. And I'm going to go see him tomorrow. City girls up 1,000, bitch. Get up with me. City girls up 1,000. Part 2 of my story time. I know y'all been waiting. If you been on my live, then you done already seen it. But boom, I was supposed to go see D. Sally, which is my husband's cellmate, because I was talking to him because he sent me the messages of my husband talking to a lot of women. So long story short, the day of me going to go visit, I do the little call thing. If you know, then you know. You have to call to make sure that you're not just driving down there. If they on lockdown or something like that. So boom, I called. They let me know. Oh no, he's in the infirmary. I'm like, what the hell? And good thing that he added me to his paperwork because, yeah, he added me to his paperwork. Anyways, D call, and he like, so you thought you was finna fuck my celly? So you thought, ooh. I'm like, what? What? You sound dumb. You sound stupid. Whole time. He was writing on the money. Anyway, fast forward. 2 days after that, I talked to the celly, and he was like, no, your baby daddy beat me up. Ooh. He beat his ass out. So the celly got his ass whooped. And that's why I couldn't go visit him. And now he don't even want to talk to me no more because he's scared. Like they moved him to another cell block.
Hey y'all, let me tell y'all the one time that I got robbed, y'all. Yes, robbed. This was a couple years ago, I think in 2021, back when I was still living in Houston. And y'all, so on the side, my part-time job, because I used to do makeup, microblading, make wigs, all that other stuff. But I had another part-time, and that was doing alcohol sampling, so liquor sampling at the liquor store. Now, y'all, I used to work for a company that was partnered with Hennessy, another one that was partnered with Hollahead. So they used to make some, you know, the people that be in specs or at the grocery store trying to give you samples of liquor. You know, if you ever looking for some extra monies, you need to connect with them, okay? Because I used to, now back in 2021, I used to get paid about $40 an hour. And then they used to pay for travel. So, but that's neither here nor there. Back to the story. I got robbed, y'all. So I was working at this little liquor store. It wasn't a Specs, and it wasn't a Total Line. It was, you know, one of the ones owned by the Arabians and stuff. And I was out of my neck of the woods, okay? It was the side of town that I was on. It was a little hood. I had never been on that side, to be quite honest, at least not that I'm aware of, not intentionally. But, you know, my shift went great. I was getting ready to leave. I was heading out to my car. And, y'all, I was getting ready to go out, hit the streets, go outside. That's when I was still deep in the world, okay? I was getting ready to hit the streets, meet up with one of my former line sisters. We was going out that night. And I had loaded everything in my trunk, and I was about to fix me a drink, you know. You get it. I was about to fix me a drink with the liquor that I was using for sampling, because at the end of your shift, whatever is left, baby, you get to have it, okay? That was a benefit of the job as well, you know, back then. But I was about to fix me a drink. And y'all, this was before I really had a relationship with God, okay? I was religious, but there was no relationship. I felt my intuition, you know. Later I found out that was the Holy Spirit telling me to stop, put it up, stop. And so I listened to it. I was like, you know what? Okay. I put the top back on the bottle, and I was like, I ain't gonna fix me no drink. I'm gonna just go out. So from that point, I reached up. I had a Toyota RAV4 at the time. I reached up to press the button to close my trunk. And as soon as I reach up to press the button, somebody pulls my crossbody off of my body, y'all. Now, it was like a Versace crossbody. It was actually one of my favorite crossbodies. I miss it. But I had a Versace crossbody. And, backstory. So while I was loading up my car, I saw this car come into the parking lot. It, you know, like I said, we was in the hood, okay? It was a Boost Mobile. That's how you know you're in the hood. Nothing against the hood and nothing against Boost. But when you see a Boost, you know, 2 + 2 = 4, okay? It was a Boost Mobile, and it was a little washateria. I think it was a Little Caesars over there as well. It was a car that came into the shopping strip. It was a very busy shopping strip. And so when the car, I'm like, you know, loading my stuff up, and the car drove past my car, it stopped like a couple feet ahead of me. So I'm just thinking that they dropping somebody off. I'm like, I ain't paying them no mind. So at that same time is when I was about to fix that drink, and the Holy Spirit told me, stop, put it up. You don't need it. I, you know, closed everything, but it was like, okay, whatever. And so at that time, they had opened the back door to the car. Now, again, ladies, this is why y'all need to watch your surroundings. He had opened, it was a man, had opened the back seat on the driver's side, opened the back door, on the driver's side. And I'm sitting there, like I said, thinking that he was dropping somebody off. So I'm trying to mind my business and fix my drink, as I said. So when I reach up to close the trunk, he grabs my crossbody that was laying on my hip. Now, my phone was in my back pocket on the left side. Crossbody is sitting on the right side. And he picks up the crossbody. So as my arm is up, he picks it up and it comes up here where the button to the trunk is, and I grab it. Like, my reflex was fast, okay? I ain't never know my reflex would be that fast, but, you know, I grab it. He pulls, I pull. He pulls, I pull. The Holy Spirit's like, let it go. Stay tuned for part 2, y'all. You don't want to miss it.
So did y'all hear the story about the white woman that got pregnant by the black man that was in prison? This is a true story, bro. So it goes that the couple been trying to have kids for years and they just couldn't do it, right? Now the husband wasn't giving up, but he kind of lost hope and was like, yeah, I just can't have kids. But they kept trying and trying and trying and trying. Fast forward, his wife gets a new job working at a prison. First couple of years, she basically wanted to quit because it was really tough on her. And at that point, she was only working when she had to work. She wasn't trying to do no extra overtime or anything like that. So one day, her husband said she started picking up a lot of overtime. Now, they wasn't like well off, but they definitely had some money saved up. He said that she started picking up more shifts just so they can start going on vacations more. So for months, she would go to work picking up hella hours. And even though they didn't go on vacation, he didn't think nothing of it. Now, this the crazy part, okay? They go on vacation, and the woman surprises her husband with the great news. Baby, I'm pregnant. And this the part that almost like ripped my heart out, bro, because he really thought that them babies was his. That man freaked out, tears of joy, and they celebrated all night long. The woman was super happy too. He said when they came back from vacation, right, he hurried up and started picking up extra shifts as well. He told his wife that he wants her to relax more. Hey, babes, you can cut the hours back. I'll take care of everything. She told him no. Because the more money we make, the better it'll be for us. He said he fought with her for a little bit, nothing too major, but he gave in. Okay, babe, I'll get you. So she would go to work pregnant, chilling, cooling, having fun. And he said he'll never forget the day he had off. And he told his mother and father the news. Everybody was so happy for him. He was in his 40s, and everybody was like, yo, we told you it was going to happen, right? He said he broke down in tears in front of everybody because he get the experience of being a father. Fast forward, it's time to have the babies. They're not about to have one, they're about to have 2 babies. He wanted a boy and a girl, but he was going to be happy with 2 girls. She gets a C-section. But the babies come out a little dark. He didn't think nothing of it. Wasn't a big deal to him. Now, even though it's been a couple of months and the baby still ain't get lighter, one day he was just staring at one of his daughters. His wife catches him and says, what are you doing? He looks up and says, nothing. And her exact words was, those babies are yours. He looked at her and said, I never said they wasn't. Then she said, well, you know, they might get a little lighter, but them are your babies. And at that moment, that's when so many red flags popped up. Because now he's really paying attention to the skin color. And now he remembers her telling stories of people getting written up and losing their jobs for sleeping with the inmates. So for weeks, this man did not want to question his wife. But the skin color of these babies was just throwing them off. So he said one day they went out to eat and he jokingly said, because they were joking about certain things, and he said, them babies might not be mine. And she immediately snapped and put her finger in his face and says, "Don't you ever say that." He said he tried to have her calm down for the whole day, and she was going off for the whole day. And at this point in his mind, he was like, these are not my babies. He went and told his family. His family didn't want to believe it. But they said, you know what? The only way we can find out is if we get a DNA test. And when the test came back, the babies was not his. But this is the crazy part. She didn't even get pregnant by an inmate. She got pregnant by her boss. The same boss that came to her baby shower, and him and his wife gave the most gifts. And get this, his name was Jesse, and the twins' names was Jesse and Jessica. Type story time if you want more story times like this. Also, let me know what y'all think in the comments, because this is crazy to me. And don't forget to follow for more stories like this. To all the cool people that follow me, I'll see you in the next video.
Hey y'all, so let's go into a story time on how I got stabbed up and almost died by my baby daddy, other baby mama, and they baby wound up dying after all this. Okay, so y'all know, like, okay, so I was fucking with him back in like 2012, 2013 or whatever, shit like that, I think. And it's just one particular day I went over to his cousin house, rest in peace, his cousin, Trayon. His name was Trayon. You know, like, we over there getting lit, we drinking, you know, having a time, because that's what we always did. You feel me? I don't remember. I think I was like at his cousin house first, and I wound up coming over there kicking it with them. You feel me? And I was with my sister, baby daddy, because, you know, they was cool. My baby daddy was cool and shit like that with my sister, baby daddy or whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, so we over there, we kicking it or whatever, and you know, the night's still young, you feel me? I'm finna go now, man, y'all. At the time, I didn't have a car. I don't think I had a car. I don't remember me having no car, so we was taking the bus and shit, you feel me? So we kicking it for a couple hours, you know, shit got real, you know, like, I'm lit, y'all, I'm drunk, I'm out my element. I don't remember me getting a tour with him, but at the time, like, let's rewind it. Okay, so at the time, I started fucking with him, you feel, but he had a girlfriend, I think. I won't necessarily call her his girlfriend, but he was fucking with her heavy, you know, she was, you know, getting money, you know what I'm saying, you know, shit, he was getting money at the time, I guess, through her and shit like that. You feel me? Now, man, y'all, I don't know this bitch, never met this bitch, but he just couldn't stop fucking with me. I'm just gonna say that. And we had cut this shit. We had cut this shit short a couple times, y'all. Like, it was just like, okay, cool. You ain't no shit. Like, you got something going on. I ain't finna be secondary to no nigga. Cool. So, hold on, y'all. Wait, I'm gonna check. So he started, so anywho, so we, like, you know, like, we going back and forth, like, he getting in trouble, getting put out, but she still letting him back, you know, I guess we had exchanged words or whatever and shit like that, you know, like, just the typical shit, you feel me? But I never really had a problem with her, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not even, bitch, to be not even with you, bitch, it's with the nigga at the time. So back to that day, so, you know, cool. Now me and my sister, baby daddy, we leaving this shit to go, because now it's time for us to go to the crib. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if the bitch was calling his phone at the time. I started on his phone now, but the whole time we is in Trey's house. Now, man, she used to kick it there too, but when I'm there, she ain't never there. You feel me? I spend the night. We used to kick it. You feel me? Or like we'll just like we'll miss each other like by seconds. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. We missed each other by seconds and shit like that. I don't know how, but it was just strange. But this particular night, we leaving out Trey. It's this black car. You feel me? It's this black truck. I'm gonna say truck. I don't know what type of truck it was, but it was a black truck. Okay, and that bitch study circling around. It's like 5 hoes in there. I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be 5, 3. It probably took 3 to 5 bitches inside the car. You feel me? Cool, whatever. Now, man, y'all, I'm walking off to the bus stop. I don't know if they stopped me or she stopped him and they got to arguing, but something had transpired within that moment. And I'm walking with my baby daddy cousin, my sister baby daddy to the bus stop. But I also happened to look back, you feel me? And they, I don't know, but bitch, child, you know, they pulled over and was talking shit. But y'all know I'm not really on nothing because I'm drunk, like I'm at my element, I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm lit up, you know, I'm like, what you feel? But I'm ready to go though. You know, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. So we exchanging words. All I hear is that they saying gang shit. Now they throwing up gang shit. You feel me? To a motherfucker. To me. So they throwing up gang shit or whatever. And I remember she, I think she was driving or she was on like the side of the driver in the passenger seat. I'm not knowing. But it was like 2 holes in the back, and I think because first of all we arguing and shit. But you know me, I walk up to the car, bitch, like, what's up? You feel me? You do all the talking, bitch, bail out. You feel the bitch didn't want to get out the car, y'all. She did not want to get out the vehicle at all. Like, bitch didn't want no smoke with me for real. Now we arguing, y'all, like we over getting into it, like we over getting into it or whatever. And he right there, I don't know what he was doing, y'all, but I feel like he was playing both sides. You feel me? Like, y'all know how motherfuckers like don't want to get, like, I feel like he was like, you know, playing both sides. Like, you know how motherfuckers don't want to get in it or whatever, but they would end up getting in it though. You feel me? Like he don't know like which way to go type shit. Until I got stabbed. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Okay, so we study arguing and shit. Now at this point I want to fight, bitch. I'm not gonna keep, you feel me, verbally, you know, like we study exchanging words and shit, bitch. Let's throw these bitches. What's up? You know, I think I'm in the car, I'm muffing their ass or something. I'm hitting her ass, but you know, but from the car, y'all, like she's inside the car, I'm outside the car from the window. And her friend, they talking shit like, you know, they talking shit, King, you know, they just throwing up kid, whatever the fuck they was saying. Baby daddy, I don't know what the fuck he was at, but I don't know if he was outside, y'all, or did he not come outside. I don't know. Don't get me get the line. But anywho, all I know is I'm slapping, talking shit, I'm ready to get into it, we fighting shit. Now I'm muffing their ass, punching their ass through the window. Boom, 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 punching shit, you know, just acting crazy, acting real stupid, okay? So, okay, I remember after that, after we get into the shit, I'm hitting her. Now I'm grabbing her, y'all. I think I got one hand like this, and I'm just hitting her ass with this hand. With one hand like this, and I'm just hitting her ass. Boom, 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 boom. So, I think one of my baby daddy cousin and my friend them came out, I guess, to break it up or separate us. And my sister baby daddy right there too. So he's like, man, come on. But y'all, I'm not knowing that I'm hit, y'all. I'm not knowing that I'm stabbed the fuck up. You feel me? Like my adrenaline is just rushing. I'm ready. Like, what the fuck, man? Now, my friend baby daddy, he pulls up in his minivan. You know, now man, I'm not knowing I'm hit again, y'all. I get in the car and shit, y'all. I get in the car. I get in his minivan. My baby daddy acting like, he like, shorty, you bleeding. I'm like, I look down, y'all. My shit was like, this bitch was open. Like the meat was like on the other side of my arm. I had to wrap my shit up, you feel me? Now, man, y'all, I'm going in now, because I'm still pumping, okay? I'm still pumping now. Now, my baby daddy, he not knowing, you feel me? He like, shorty, she hit, woo, woo. But this bitch act like he want to go with this hoe. Bitch, I just got stabbed the fuck up. What are you doing? What the fuck, bitch? What the fuck for the... You feel me? So, he wound up getting in the car with me and his cousin and my sister baby daddy. Man, y'all, we in the car. You know, we riding and shit. He like, shorty, just hold on. He beating it to the hospital, you feel me? To Weston, whatever fuck the hospital right there in Hubble Park. He beating that. He getting me that, whatever. Cool. I'm studying, y'all, going in now, but my shit wrapped up, y'all. You feel me? But y'all, his car so bloody, he laughing and shit. Bitch, you owe me, woo, you owe me a motherfucking detail, woo. Bitch, I'm gonna get that. Bitch, make sure I don't die. That's all I'm saying. Make sure I don't die, y'all. What the fuck? I wasn't trying to die. Okay? So y'all, we get to the ER. I'm in that bitch. You feel? Now, okay, they let me in. Now, I don't know, like they was like yelling and shit. All I hear was like yelling like, man, she got stabbed up, woo woo. And I'm studying, y'all. I'm studying motherfucking I'm just sitting right there, y'all, but I'm like, I'm in and out, you feel me? But my shit wrapped up, but it's study just gushing through. But y'all, the fucking hospital was so motherfucking slow. Do y'all hear me? The hospital was so motherfucking slow. Like, I wound up saying, fuck that. And I think they had, I don't know if they took me to another hospital or I took myself to another hospital because I was going in and out so fucking bad, y'all. I had to have emergency motherfucking surgery. You feel me? So, I had to have emergency surgery or whatever. But I just, man, so I don't know. I think I did. I went to another hospital for sure. I know I did that. So when I got there, they put me on a stretcher, you feel me? And after that, y'all, I blanked, y'all. I blanked out. I don't remember shit after that. I don't know what happened. All I remember was we go on that stretcher and they put a thing on me and shit, and I'm steady going in and out, 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 in and out. Y'all, like, I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like in my head, like, please don't let me die, shorty. I'm not trying to die, man. I'm still young. I'm still turned. I'm not trying to die. Fuck what you talking about. Give me, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But y'all, come back for part 2. I gotta let y'all know what's going on. Part 2. Hey y'all, what's up? Story time part 2 on how I got stabbed by my baby daddy, other baby mama, and the baby wound up down right after. So I left off on the part where, you know, I was, you know, on the stretcher. I'm down, y'all. You know, I'm down now. Cool. I'm down or whatever. And from what I can remember, when I woke up, you know, like, I got a surgery and shit, y'all. Now, man, y'all, I'm from Rwanda, okay? Because they had to take me to, Cook County, y'all, where I had to do surgery because where I was at, they didn't have no doctor that could work on my arm. And also, I forgot to mention, y'all, she hit an artery, okay? She hit an artery. So, you know, it was like, man, it's either die or live, get my motherfucking arm cut off, and be walking around here armless if my sister didn't make the decision of what she made. Okay, so when I woke up and shit, you know, like, I'm just like, what, you know, what the fuck I made, you know what I'm saying? When I woke up, I'm like, what the fuck, you know, hold on, y'all, hold on. Okay, y'all, my bad. So, yeah, I wake up, my mama there, my sister there, and, like, I'm just out of it. But all I know is, like, you know, my leg hurt, my arm, you know, wrapped up and shit, you feel me? Whatever. So, now this, okay, now look, y'all, so my sister had to, she had to make a decision, right? Whether they was going to, you know, amputate my arm or take a vein out my leg and put it in my arm, you feel me? Or whatever. Because my arm was, like, dead for a long time. Y'all had to, like, go get, you know, like, go to therapy for my shit. I had a cast on. And I also want to, hold off and enter a clip so y'all can see me with my cast, like, you know, like a picture when I was young with my cast on and shit. Hold on. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to have to enter that after I get done with the motherfucking video because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Anywho, but I was going to try a picture of me, like, in the cast shit like that, whatever. So, I'm in a hospital. Yes, I wake up, whatever. My sister had a decision, whatever. So she decided, you know what I'm saying, look, we gon' you know, get that vein out her motherfucking leg and put it in her arm, man. Because, you know, like I said, my shit's fucked up, y'all. Now, man, y'all, okay, look. So I got stabbed in this arm a couple times, okay? Let me show y'all so y'all can really see for real. So this is what, okay, so this was like this, right, y'all? But they had to cut like another side open, you know, like where my artery was at. Now, man, this another stabbing that I had got stabbed at right here, that little baby one. I got stabbed, that's a whole nother stabbing or whatever. But when they hit the fucking, I don't know if y'all can still see it. That shit still, when I move around, it look all weird and shit. But she hit an artery, you feel me? Cool. I'm just like, damn, man, you feel me? Now they telling me, like, I'm down because I had to, like, really learn, how to use my arm again. So, like, my shit was so weak, I couldn't even like pick my shit up, and then I could pick it up at all. So now, man, y'all say, you know, we in the hospital and shit like that, you know, I'm cool, you feel me? I remember, like, you know, I'm like, you know, I started eating this shit, my OG was there, you know, they would support me down to the T, you feel me, or whatever, cool. And, you know, like, everybody was calling me, like, damn, she good, she okay, woo, like, what happened, woo, you know, shit like that, because everybody heard what went on, you feel me, at the time and shit. I don't, like, really, like, remember my baby daddy being in that picture at that particular moment, you feel me, but I remember, like, afterwards, when I got out the hospital and shit, I started back fucking with the nigga. Don't know why, y'all, but it wasn't for long, though, because, look, I wound up getting pregnant. You feel me? I wasn't gonna get pregnant, literally. And shit like that. This way it get kind of weird and shit. I went to get pregnant and shit. Cool. I'm back fucking with the nigga, but not like how I used to fuck with the nigga. You feel me? Or whatever. So we talking and shit, like we back talking. We back we back turned up a little bit. I'm still going to my therapy. I'm still trying to get my arm back and shit. Like it hurt. Like it's still sensitive. I'm still trying to process everything. You feel me? Or whatever. And the bitch was just free, y'all. She free living. Like she didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I was so like, I'm so player. I'm like, man, I want to get this bitch. You feel me? So all I kept thinking was like, man, I need to get this bitch, bro. I need to get her back. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Because I almost just lost my motherfucking life, man. In the midst of just seconds. You feel me? Of me partying and shit. Doing dumb shit. Trying to kick it with a motherfucker when I need to just be in the crib. You feel me? Now, man, I had snuck my baby daddy. No, I had snuck my sister baby daddy outside with me, y'all, because she was at work. She didn't know none of this. But when she got to the hospital, it was like, what the fuck? Ooh. I'm sorry I'm all over the place, though, because it's just memories coming through. So please bear with me, bitches. Damn. Whatever. So, okay, back to the part where I started fucking with the nigga. Y'all, I'm back fucking with the nigga now. You know what I'm saying? We back, whatever. Now, I wound up getting pregnant and shit, y'all. And then, like, I'm pregnant, y'all. She pregnant, too. You feel me? She pregnant, too, or whatever. And I'm like, then, okay, like, so it got so, like, because it started, like, being the same shit. Like, it was so toxic with us. Like, he kept going back and forth. Me, her, me, her. Like, it was just fucking triangle short. Like, it was just, what the fuck am I doing, man? I could do way better. You see what I'm saying? So, it got so toxic and shit. So we stopped fucking around, like, afterwards. I'm like, man, I can't keep doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like my life, man. He started want to play games with this bitch and me. I'm not having it. Cool. So I wound up, cutting the nigga off, you know what I'm saying? Like, but not like that, though. I cut him off. I ain't gonna say I did cut him off. I cut him off, like, but it wasn't like I was talking to him, on no, like, trying to keep up with him and, like, what you doing? Like, like, it was like here and there. My little brother was calling me. So, okay. I'm fuck with the nigga. I start fucking the nigga. Ooh, I want to get pregnant. The bitch pregnant already. I'm moving along. I'm moving along and shit. But it whatever. Cool. And so I'm remembering this though. Yeah, I remember like, okay, so he go back with the bitch now, cause now we like it's over with. I'm getting bigger. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting big and shit. I'm just in my mama crib, just like really just going through, like, man, how could he? Now, man, y'all, he started back texting me, fuck you, that ain't my baby, woo, woo, and get rid of the baby, bitch, woo, all this going on, y'all. Like I said, I'm pregnant, ain't no shit, man. I'm still trying to recover from my motherfucking arm, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you saying, you feel me? I'm treating these ass, bitch, fuck you, fuck your bitch, I don't get no fuck, bitch, you got me fucked up. Ooh, just running my mouth, I don't get, bitch, also, I'm still down, you feel me? Or whatever. So, I think the bitch wound up having her baby, you feel me? I think she had a baby, like, I think, like, a month or two. I'm not really for sure, but the baby came early, y'all. I'm thinking. The baby had came early or whatever. Baby wound up dying, shorty. Not gonna lie. The baby wound up dying. For real. And now, y'all, I'm still pregnant. He's still threatening me. The baby not mad, bitch. Woo, woo, fuck you. Just talking shit, shorty. Talking hella shit, y'all. But when that shit happened, I'm like, damn, man. You feel me? I'm like, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. But, y'all, he swore up and down my baby wasn't his. Walked the bam. Whatever. I'm just, okay, cool. I don't give a fuck. At the time, I didn't get no fuck, man. I ain't gonna lie, at the time, I didn't get no fuck. I was, like I said, I'm still younger term, and I almost checked out. You feel me, bitch? Wait, what are we talking about? Okay? Baby wound up dying. Now, man, y'all, okay, so at this point, everything died down now. You know what I'm saying? The police did reach out to me. They reached out to me and shit, or whatever. I don't know if she went to jail, because she did go to jail, but I don't know if she went to jail over my case. I don't know if she went to jail from my case too or what, but they did reach out. I never follow up with the shit. I was talking to them, communicating, giving them descriptions and all that shit, what had went on. Because, bitch, I almost checked out, ho. This ain't that. At the end of the day, I don't get no fuck. You feel me? Whatever. So the bitch wound up going to jail. And they questioning me, whatever, and shit. But I don't know if she like got locked up for my shit too, bro. You feel me? To this day, I don't even know. I really don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm clueless to that shit though, you know. And y'all, I want to have him. Okay, now look, I want to have my baby and shit. Boom. Now I'm at the hospital, y'all. Okay, I'm at the hospital. You feel me? The nigga wound up coming to the hospital like, this my baby, you know, just on that. He wound up signing the papers and shit. His sister came up there and she like, yeah, he want ours. But y'all, to this day, they don't fuck with my son. But you know what? Don't get no fuck because he gonna forever be straight. Like they ass be sometime, you know, they be sometime and shit or whatever. And it is what it is. He come up there and shit, you know, he act like he dead the other motherfucking month and year and shit, you know? And I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what the fuck we doing? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, come back for part 3. If I can let y'all know the last of this Mohiga, okay? Because I'm not really finna be doing this. And y'all, I'm sorry if I'm doing this shit too fast, but I'm finna get ready to go. But let me know what I missed and what y'all need to know. But yeah.
Story time on how I found out that my cousin's wife was sleeping with my daughter's dad. Quick backstory, me and my cousin's wife, who we're going to call Martha, have always exchanged watching each other's kids. Some days she'll watch my kids if I want to go out. Some days she just wants peace and quiet. I will babysit her kids. The last 8 years, that's kind of been me and Martha's story. We call each other here and there. We write each other on Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you name it. We talked on a regular basis. So on May 31st, my daughter's dad is here. He's playing with all of the kids. Her kids, my kids, his daughter. He's playing with the kids. Obviously, when our kids left, they were probably like, yeah, our uncle was there. We had a great time with Uncle and Aunt Tavia. Later in the day, that Saturday at about 11:15, 11:30, I get a call from my favorite cousin. He gives me a call. Hey, what's going on with life? We do that little random update with each other once every 3 weeks. My cousin proceeds to tell me, hey, how's your daughter's dad doing? I'm like, oh, yeah, he's good, playing with KK. We're good. He's just like, oh, okay, well, I found something out, but I can't tell you yet. But don't worry, I'm about to call who has the information, and I'm going to call you right back. Not even 5 minutes later, my cousin calls me back on the phone, and my cousin, who we're going to call Tom, which is Martha's husband, is on the phone. Tom is like, hey, are you still with your BD? Because I found out some information and we need to talk. So you need to pretty much go outside so we can have this conversation. I walk outside. He proceeds to tell me, hey, I just found out out of Martha's mouth, which is his wife, that her and your baby daddy have been having sex for the past year. We all know by the header of my story, Martha's pregnant. So my cousin then drops the bomb on me like, not only have they been having sex for the past year, that baby she's pregnant with, she don't know if it's mine or if it's your baby daddy's. In the back of my mind, there's a lot of stuff going on because there's no way that she would do that to me because we talk on a regular basis. She's stayed and watched my kids for me. Even when they were newborn up until 2 or 3, she's always watched my kids. And for her, I've always watched her kids. Not only just that, the day you're telling me this, your kids just left from my house.
That night started as just a regular kickback and almost ended her life permanently. The details she gave about not knowing she'd been stabbed until she looked down, that's how fast things can go sideways. 1 second you're fine, the next you're looking at your own body like a stranger. But the part that really gets me is what came after. She almost lost her arm, had to relearn how to use it, went through therapy, and then wound up pregnant by the same person. That pull back to toxic dynamics, even after a near-death experience, is real, and she was honest enough to say so without trying to justify it. That kind of honesty is rare. There's also something heavy about how both women ended up paying the highest prices while he just floated between them. She almost died. The other woman lost her baby. And this man is out here texting, "That ain't my baby." She didn't even have to spell out the contrast. It spelled itself out. And the thing about the baby, she didn't celebrate it. She just said, damn. That kind of humanity, from someone who had every reason to be hateful toward that woman, says more about who she actually is than anything else in the story. She survived something most people don't. That's not nothing. Then there's the drink she almost poured. She was literally seconds away from being behind the wheel with alcohol in her system, in an unfamiliar neighborhood, at night. And something just told her no. She listened. It reads like a small detail. It's actually everything, because even slight impairment changes reaction time. The outcome of that night could have gone completely differently. Then there's the car. She saw it, clocked it pulling up, stopping near her, a door opening, and talked herself out of trusting what she was seeing because she didn't want to seem paranoid. That's so relatable and so dangerous at the same time. We override our instincts constantly because we don't want to be that person. But your gut doesn't care about being polite. And then at the end, she's playing tug of war with this man over the bag. A Versace bag she clearly loved, and something told her to let it go. She listened. Again. 2 moments in one night where she chose to trust something beyond her own stubbornness. Both times it saved her. And that's the thing nobody really wants to say out loud. Women are out here doing this every single day. Doing the math in real time. Is this street safe? Is this man safe? Do I lock eyes or look away? Do I run or does running make it worse? It's exhausting in a way that doesn't have a name because it's so built into how we move through the world that most of us don't even clock it as a burden anymore. It just is. She was doing all of that math on a random night out, not in a dark alley, not somewhere she had no business being, just outside, just existing, and she still almost didn't make it home. The scariest part isn't even the man with the knife or the man trying to drag her into a car. The scariest part is how normal the setup was. A kickback, a neighborhood she didn't know well, a bag she loved, regular life, and it almost killed her twice, once by someone she trusted and once by a stranger who saw an opportunity. Women don't get to just be. We have to be aware, be careful, be strategic, be soft enough not to provoke anyone, and strong enough to survive if we do. And when something happens anyway, when we did everything right and it still went wrong, we're the ones left picking up the pieces, relearning how to use our arms, grieving pregnancies, carrying the weight of choices that weren't entirely ours to begin with. He carried all of that and still had enough grace left to feel something for the other woman. Still had enough clarity to let go of the bag. Still had enough left in her to tell the story. That's not strength in the motivational poster sense. That's survival. That's what it actually looks like. Messy and honest and still standing.